big fan of Jagged Alliance and a supporter of Jagged Alliance Flashback. I've been involved in a few Kickstarters now, most notably Elite Dangerous, where I was a Writers Pack pledger. I'm writing the official novel for Elite Dangerous, and I paid for that through another crowdsourcing campaign. So I've got a little bit of experience with these things, and I know that what the pledgers want is videos, lots of videos. So here we are. I'll throw this video together to try and support Jagged Alliance Flashback. So sit back, relax, as I discuss the story for Flashback, my memories of Jagged Alliance, and my hopes for the game. Flashback is a prologue of sorts to the Jagged Alliance franchise. It's set in the 80s before Colonel Mohanad sets up the Association of International Mercenaries, or what we've come to know and love as AIM. The setting is a Caribbean island group called San Cristobal. This in itself will provide quite a bit of conflict and interest, with its hidden secrets and shady past. But what else is there? So, crazy Russian general? Check. Natives? Check. You've got to have natives, it's Jagged Alliance. We've got a nameless protagonist, i.e. the player, who gets sent in to clean up someone's mess? Check. And a storyline that at first appears quite clear-cut, but then later becomes quite grey and murky. You know, messed up in morales, who's right and wrong, and what the best thing to do is, and who's got the biggest guns. Check. Come on, it's Jagged Alliance. The story is a big selling point for me. Who remembers playing Jagged Alliance and finding those random notes, some in code, some not, but all of them signed with Alias or Lucas Santino? It took me till my second run through the game to realise that Alias meant Lucas Santino, but never mind. Anyway, you got the feeling there was quite a bit going on in the background that you weren't totally aware of, but it sort of gave a sense that the world of Jagged Alliance was bigger than what you could see in the game. It's quite a powerful tool in computer games, you can't obviously show everything, but to put those hints in there, a bit of verisimilitude to make you feel like you're experiencing something bigger than it actually is. And Jagged Alliance 2 took that a step further. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought or said to yourselves when you saw Mike, you know, the best, biggest and baddest merc from Jagged Alliance. You know, when you saw him playing for the bad guys in Jagged Alliance 2, did you use words involving traitor and words that started with F? Because I know I sure did. It upset me quite a bit. But it was quite realistic, really. He's a mercenary. He works for the highest bidder, regardless of who that is. And that added quite a bit of depth to me, and I really appreciated that in the game. So Flashback's going to take that another step. The game's not linear. There are people on the island you can kill. There's people on the island you can help. There's people on the island you can help to kill someone else. Either way, there's going to be a lot of killing, and yes, I'm trying to sound bloodthirsty on purpose, just so you know. The only given really is that you're the player, and you're going to have access to some mercenaries, and people are going to die. The rest is up to you really. You're going to take on the Russians. Use the Russians, use the drug cartels, use the natives. You decide pretty much what you're going to do, what's right and what's wrong, and what you should be doing. And the real reason you're sent to the island, you'll find that out. And along the way, you'll learn about AIM and the background of the mercenaries that you're working with, and the background of the island as well, and what its secrets it has. I've covered this a bit already, such as the hinted backstory of Jagged Alliance, but by far the biggest memory for me is that bassy voice, an assault vest with 5 pockets, a .38 revolver in dire need of repair with 6 bullets. And I'm not doing it very well, but those kind of things always pop into my head, and even with Deadly Games, I can't remember his name, Mickey the Irishman. My wife has some shirts from the Banana Republic, and every time I see the label on that, this damn saying keeps popping into my head. This stuff's union made, wasn't built by bloody children in some Banana Republic. I'll be in touch. Can't get that damn thing out of my head, but it's also a very powerful memory for me, and I'm sort of glad it stuck with me. Another memory from Jagged Alliance was that moment when I realised that if I took my .357 Magnum and a twisted chunk of pipe and chucked them together, bang, I had a new weapon with improved accuracy, range and firepower. Who knew, eh? The things you learn. You my hopes, based on what I've said already. I hope that the bassy voice will be in the game. It's almost imperative to me. I hope the story will be immersive, and I hope it'll be varied enough so that you can play the game through 2 or 3 times at least and have a different experience each time. Otherwise, I'm just hoping that the same Jagged Alliance formula is adhered to, and that we have that same magic really. And Full Control have said many times that they're going to do that. That they're making the game for us to play, but they're also making it for themselves. They want to play Jagged Alliance, they're going to make Jagged Alliance, and they're going to make a game that they want to play, and that means it's going to be a good game for us because they're passionate about Jagged Alliance. So it's a win-win situation for us. Jagged Alliance Flashback is seeking funding on Kickstarter. We're just under halfway there in terms of the money, and we're just past halfway in terms of the time, about a fortnight left to go. This is our last chance to get a new Jagged Alliance game across the line and into the marketplace. So we really, really want to play this game. Well, if you do, please come and pledge. As little or as much as you can afford, everything's appreciated. Every dollar gets us $1 closer to making the target. Remember with Kickstarter, if you don't make it across the line, you don't get any money. It's not like, well, you got 98%, here's 98% of your money. It's all or nothing. So we really need to make sure we get it across the line. So please come to the Kickstarter, just search Jagged Alliance on Kickstarter, you'll find it. Come in, join us, join the comments forum. There's forums, and there's Facebook, and there's Twitter. However you can, get involved, throw some money at it, and hopefully we'll play it in December next year. Thanks for listening.